Have I traveled back in time? I looked down at the mood ring in amazement. It didn't take me to a different place, but to a different time. While I'm puzzling on this, Julie interrupts my thoughts. Hey, I like your mood ring. I have one just like it, somewhere up in my room. Her room? Of course, it's all making sense now. If it's possible for time travel to make any sense. My room was her room in 1975. So, could this be Julie's mood ring from the 1970s? I swallow hard. Look, it's gray, I say, trying to keep my hand from shaking as I show her the ring. Can you tell me what that means? She says, raising an eyebrow. Gray means you're nervous. I bite my lip. Nervous. No surprise there. Who wouldn't be nervous about traveling back in time? Julie tosses her ball into the air. Do you play basketball? In spite of my confusion, my face lights up. I love basketball. Julie smiles. We could head to the park and shoot some hoops when you're done shopping. Chloe and I used to love playing horse in her driveway back in Ohio. Sure, that would be fun, I tell Julie. Making friends is easy in 1975. So why is it so hard in the 21st century? Julie shows me around the store, pointing out the apple seed bracelets that are really popular among her classmates, and the fuzzy foot-shaped rugs just like the one she has in her room. I buy a flower power necklace charm with the Kennedy $50 in my pocket, and get a 1966 quarterback, which is not as cool as the $50, but still, it's almost 50 years old in my time. As Julie and I start to head out the door, her mom calls out, Oh, Julie, don't forget that your dad is coming to pick you up tonight at 5 o'clock. Right, Julie says. Then she winces. Is Tracy coming this time? Her mom shrugs. You know your sister. Julie gives a heavy sigh and shoves the door open. I follow her outside and notice that her mood has darkened. You okay? I ask her. She shrugs. Let's just say that if I had that mood ring on right now, it would be amber. Anxious amber. She bounces her basketball against the wall. The truth is, I just don't understand my sister Tracy. I know teenagers can be moody and all, but we only get to see our dad on weekends now that my parents are divorced. She says the D word in almost a whisper. Tracy refused to see him last weekend, and now it looks like she might not come again this weekend. She bounces the ball to me. I'm not sure what to say. I mean, I can hardly even talk to my own brother about these things. Julie whips her hair around as if to shake her sister out of her mind. Suddenly, she walks up to a newspaper displayed in a self-serve kiosk on the sidewalk. I read the headline over her shoulder. Littered beach may be closed. The black and white photo shows a couple of sunbathing teenagers surrounded by pop cans and trash. Julie throws up her hands. And now my favorite beach might close. She turns to me with a look of helplessness. Do you ever feel like things are just spinning out of control? Boy, do I tell her. Is it possible there's a reason I arrived in Julie's life at this exact moment in history? I might not be able to help my brother, but maybe I can help my new friend. My first thought is to get her mind off her troubles by showing her the funny puppy video my dad emailed me yesterday. But does the internet even exist in 1975? Julie likes basketball, so a game of horse would probably cheer her up. But what if I could help her find a way to do something about the things that are troubling her? To suggest a visit to the beach, turn to page 22. I have no idea how to help Julie with her family worries. I've got enough of those problems myself. I squat down to take a closer look at the newspaper article about the beach, and I can't help feeling disappointed. Ever since we arrived in San Francisco, I've been dying to go to the beach. I've never been to the ocean before, and Lake Erie definitely doesn't count. If the beach closes now, I wonder, will it ever reopen? If I visit in the 21st century, will it be cleaned up? Or is it just another parking lot now? Maybe it's not as bad as they say, I tell Julie, trying to sound optimistic. It can't be that difficult to pick up some paper cups and plastic bags off the beach. I don't know. Looks pretty bad to me, Julie replies. I stand up. Well, there's only one way to find out. Julie looks doubtful. Hold on. Are you suggesting we should go to the beach and start cleaning it up ourselves? You bet I am, I say. Julie frowns, thinking, and then brightens. Okay, let's do it. We dash back into Glad Rags to gather supplies. Julie's mom watches us as we scrounge around the utility room at the back of the store, gathering garbage bags and rubber gloves. What's gotten into you two? She asks. We're headed to Ocean Beach to pick up litter, Julie explains. Mrs. Albright looks impressed. What a great idea. She gets a twinkle in her eye. Now, if I could just get Julie to clean up her room... I laugh and tell her my mom says the same thing about me. Mom, where's Tracy? Julie asks. Maybe she'll come with us. We could definitely use some help. I can see the hope in Julie's eyes. Maybe she thinks she can convince Tracy to go to their dad's tonight, too. She left early this morning to go to tennis practice, Mrs. Albright says. She said she'd be at the library all day working on a community service project with a friend. Julie's shoulders slump. Her mom gives her a sympathetic shoulder squeeze and pops open the drawer on the cash register. Here's some money for the shuttle bus. If you walk, you'll never get back in time for Dad to pick you up at 5 o'clock. Don't be late. Turn to page 30. Julie thanks her mom for the money, and we head out the door to catch the shuttle a few blocks away. As the bus winds through the streets, there's so much to see that I can hardly take it all in. A gigantic rainbow-colored peace sign is chalked on a brick wall. Girls in long dresses are dancing to a song on a radio. I lean near the open window to hear the song. It's Elton John. I think about my dad, who loves oldies, and try to figure out how old he was in 1975, and realize he was just a kid like me. For him, they're not oldies. They're songs he grew up with. When we arrive at Ocean Beach, Julie and I hop off the shuttle and cross the street to the beach entrance. The beach is much bigger than it seemed in the newspaper picture. Cups, wrappers, bags, newspapers, and all sorts of litter lie scattered across the sand, blowing around in the wind. I take in a deep breath. Maybe it was a mistake to bring Julie here. The litter problem seems much bigger than anything just the two of us can solve. It's worse than I thought, I say quietly. Julie nods slowly. We could pick up garbage for a week and it wouldn't make a difference. She pauses, and then pulls out the garbage bags and hands one to me. But we're here, so we might as well get started. We'll just do the best we can, Julie says, stepping into the sand. She flaps her garbage bag open and pulls on her rubber gloves. I take my first steps onto the beach and feel a rush of excitement. The Pacific Ocean is so close, I can almost taste the salt water. I start taking my gym shoes off. Better keep 'em on, Julie suggests. Look at all the bottles lying around. There may be broken glass in the sand. I'm disappointed that I won't get to feel the Pacific Ocean sand between my toes, but she's right. It's not worth the risk. We get started plucking litter out of the sand and tossing it into our trash bags. We haven't been working long when 2 park rangers approach us. Hi, says one. I'm Kimberly, and this is Chip. Did you come to help clean up the beach? Chip asks us, looking at our bags. Yeah, Julie tells them. We saw the picture in the paper and felt like we had to do something. Kimberly nods. That article really called attention to the litter problem at this beach. She sweeps her arm out before us. You're not the only ones who are inspired to show up and pitch in. For the first time, I notice other people farther down the beach, similarly armed with trash bags. They're all picking up litter too? That's right, Chip says. We decided to get people organized so that we can make this as efficient as possible. Try to keep cans and bottles separate for recycling. If your bag fills up or gets too heavy, just haul it over there to the parking lot. He points to 2 green pickup trucks parked near the beach entrance. Chip and I will load the bags into the pickups and take them to a recycling center, says Kimberly. Pretty groovy, huh? Keep up the good work, Chip says, and thank you. Now that we know there are others helping clean up the beach, we don't feel quite so discouraged. There's a lot to clean up, but the task no longer seems impossible. However, after picking up the last piece of garbage from a spit of rocks at one end of the beach, we look down into a small cove on the other side of the spit and see a ton of garbage trapped against the rocks at low tide. Julie gives me a look that says, "Yikes. We definitely have our work cut out for us." Turn to page 41.